Learning isn't the same as being taught.
And here's what we've learned.
Age before beauty, that's what I've learned.
Pearls before swine is what I have learned. I did 12 years of school, like most people in India. I did 13 because I dropped a year. I was playing national level hockey because I was very good. Got out from there, went into SRCC, spent a year there, primarily because of the encouragement my mother gave me. She said, if you don't get into a good college, I'm going to kill myself. Or you.
Standard parental and societal pressure to see what you should do according to them.
Encouragement, pure encouragement. So I got into SRCC, spent a year there, went into college at the Pusa Institute of Hotel Management because I wanted to be a chef. That lasted for about 20 minutes because they were like, cut your hair, cover your tattoo, take off your earrings, wear a suit, and I was like, okay, bye, going back. Finished BCom, joined airlines, worked there for 5 years, got interested in leadership training and management coaching. I did that and I'm still doing that to this date, but that was when I got into it. Moved out from there, set up a restaurant, a real estate business, a gas distributorship, a petrol station, and a headhunting company in Miami, Florida, where I became the CEO, in charge of everything. That ended really well. It really did. It really did. And then my two passions now and what I continue to do is corporate training or leadership training, and of course television, where some of you might have seen my good looks.
My story was a little different. I chased my passions and I was lucky because my father agreed to fund my education. He said, as long as you're studying, I will pay for it. So I said, excellent. So my first bit,
Big mistake, uncle, big mistake.
my first love was wild animals. So I did a BSc Honours in Zoology and then I wanted to study wildlife management, but I couldn't find the right advice on how to get funding to go and further my studies abroad. So then naturally I shifted into fashion because it's a natural fit. I went to the National Institute of Fashion Technology and then I went to do my bachelor's and my master's in fashion studies. Worked in that for a while, then decided to switch again because I said that's a lot of travel. I used to enjoy travel, but I love the outdoors. And I went and did a course with Outward Bound in Canada to do outdoor training. And then I said I want to carry on traveling further. So then what did I do? I studied English as a second language. I took a Cambridge degree called CELTA so I could travel and teach English. So for me, it was all about doing everything where I could indulge my passions for people and travel.
Yeah, and for your father, it was 2 jobs, morning to night, working to pay for the son's education.
Okay, here's the facts first. There are millions and millions and millions of people graduating millions of universities. So the competition just got stricter. All education is basically still based on fact gathering and then regurgitating the facts. That's not really going to work in today's day and age where there are millions of different types of jobs. So here's 3 things. A, choose wisely what you want to do, not based on what society or your parents want you to do, but what you really want to do. B, choose things which interest you, which bring out your specific talent. Learn to recognize your talent, what you're passionate about. Try and find education or a degree that will match that. And thirdly, chase your passions. Remember, a degree is not just a final destination. It's actually the first step in a lifelong commitment to learning. It just helps you get the tools that you will keep adding to your toolbox so that you can learn all your life and adapt because the world is changing really quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree with that because I think you go to school and then to college or university to be able to learn how to learn, which is very important. For example, one of us learned how to learn really well and the other one learned a lot about how not to do much of it at all. Now you can keep guessing which one that is, but I think that's the critical part that people forget. When you're in school, your entire focus is which college am I going to get into and how am I going to do it. That, however, is just the beginning. As those of you who passed out of college know, that getting into college was the easy part. Now getting out there and doing something in the world, that's the difficult part. So I think learning has to be 2 ways. One is that you become a better student for the rest of your life and you learn more. And secondly, you understand how to apply what you've done so that your passions can really help you go forward. Since I did my commerce degree, that was my education, it connected to my first job very nicely because with the airlines, it was about the business of airlines. So I think that's very important. You got to remember that whatever your qualification is, wow.
Every time you speak the truth, it thunders.
It's loud thunder. Your qualification should help you leverage the rest of your work life, because that's your really specialized area. That's where you're going to be most effective, at least in the beginning of your career. Once you move on with that, use your education to help you leverage a whole new set of skills. Wow, the birds are out, the thunder is on, this is an exciting place. And that will really help you applying everything that your experience has taught you and applying everything that your education has taught you into building something greater. And that I think is really good. Because I keep telling my kids this. I keep saying that if you're going to do a professional course like maybe medicine or be a doctor, then you're going to apply that for the rest of your life and keep learning more. But you'll have continuity and you know what you're going to be doing 5 years, 10 years from now. But if you do a course like I did and keep switching jobs because of it, you're going to have to really open your minds up to learn a lot. And at that place specifically, you need a lot of passion to be able to carry forward your learning. Not that if you're a professional, you don't need passion, because I think passion is the one thing that will drive your career forever.
I love what he says about the passion. I was passionate about travel and about working with people or dealing with people. And everything I did, whether it was in the fashion business and marketing, or the outdoor training, the management consulting, and now what we do with Highway on My Plate, it's about dealing with people, it's about travel. Now all the different degrees I did may have given me technical skills, but they also imparted useful skills like rationalizing, communicating effectively, working well with people, critical thinking, and all those can really be applied to anything that you do. The Japanese have this term called ikigai. What?
Ikigai, if you were sitting here and could smell what I'm smelling, you'd know exactly what I mean by ikigai.
That's not true. I had a bath last week, but it's a phrase. It's your reason for getting out of bed, your well-being. Anthony de Mello said if you answer 4 questions: 1, what is it that you're good at? B, what is it that you love doing? 3, what is it that the world needs? And 4, what you can be paid for. Then you won't have to work a day in your life because you'll be doing something that you really enjoy. If you can get a combination of all these 4 things, then you're set. You can unleash the 4 E's, the energy, the enthusiasm, the excitement, and then the effort in your life, in your work, and really feel fulfilled. No matter what degree you've done, no matter what job you're doing, it becomes about joy, which is what we do with Highway on My Plate. We've taken our skills of being able to communicate effectively, of being able to tell stories, of working with people, and indulging our passion for food, and we found joy in it, and we get well paid for it.
Yes, and it also leads to the other thing. In our lives, no matter what question it is you ask, the answer will probably be food. Oh, I like that question. Here's what I've learned so far. Passion is the one single thing that will allow you to lead the rest of your life and really enjoy what you're doing. And it will make you really good at what you do. Because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to excel at it. So I'm going to stick to my passions. One, of course, is food. Second is travel. Third is learning about cuisines of India and across the world. I'm going to keep doing that for sure. My bird photography is a real passion. I love that. And in fact, I'm going to learn how to use a new camera. There's these big cameras which are fabulous. So I'm going to learn how to do that next. And I think that's enough to learn for now.
You know, it's not just students that struggle with what they're going to learn next and how they're going to move forward in life with their learning. Sometimes when you've done all these things that I've done, you can still come to the edge of a cliff and say, oh my God, I have to jump now into something new. I don't know what I'm going to learn next. Maybe I need to go and speak to somebody. And maybe I need to speak to my dad about funding the next degree.
Yeah, that'll work.